What's good, guys? Now, a little something different this week. Instead of talking at the movies podcast, because Salim's sick, Mo's busy with work, so I didn't want to leave you guys empty. So I figured, let me hook back up with my boy.
No worries. Alright, so we're talking about the Nintendo Switch presentation that everyone's now done. I've listened to so many opinions, I've watched so many YouTube videos, and
it sucked.
It
sucked, Dan.
Alright, let's get to it. Let's judge it
on two different things. There's the product.
There's the product.
The Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
We'll judge that in itself. And then there's the presentation, which was retarded. It was one of the most...
Look, he hasn't even got into it. Like,
it was one of the most...
We're judging on two things and he's just gone straight into disrespect.
It was retarded. It was like the translations were hilarious.
No, one minute. No.
It was like zombies.
I'm not being funny. Alright, I'm going to stop you there really quickly. Stop. Let's digress a little.
Dan's a Nintendo fanboy, by the way.
No. But do you know what? As a fanboy or not, I think if you're into something, you have to know when they've done good, you have to know when they've done bad. It's almost like your own child. It's not unconditional that much. You should know when your child's in the wrong.
Mm-hmm. So you're admitting it then? Okay.
Right. But no. But we're going to talk about this. So first of all, let's start off with the actual hardware.
Oh.
No, let's start off with the hardware.
No.
Let's start off with the hardware.
The first thing you see is when you turn it on and the way the whole thing starts. That's the first thing.
Do you know what? Alright. We'll go with the presentation, yeah? When even prior to the presentation starting, I remember being awake, slightly blurry-eyed. And I thought this was so unlike Nintendo in a good way. And I'll tell you why. Because they had...
Good.
No. I'll tell you why. This is before it started. And if you saw it before it started, they had the music going. Countdown. It was like, this is good. It was shaping up to be something epic. Mm-hmm. The thing is, when I knew it was happening in Japan, I knew automatically it's going to be very subdued. Because if you watch the PlayStation 4 Japanese presentation, if you've watched anything that's a Japanese presentation, right? Yeah, it doesn't, like, I think Samsung did one quite a while ago for their TVs and stuff.
It's the culture.
Not
to be...
And they're very...
Yeah, the audience was just crickets.
No clapping, no emotion, no smiling, no frowning, no nothing. And so automatically you already knew what was going to happen.
So awkward though.
And that, I feel, added
Except
to the
one guy.
disappointment. Oh, the Splatoon.
Yeah,
I knew
he was the one guy. He was the one guy. I
knew he was going to say that. Splatoon dude.
Splatoon guy.
No, and Suda 51. I'm sorry, he's another one. Travis touchdown. Right? And so when the presentation started, I even woke my friends up. I sent them a text going, this is very unlike Nintendo. And I meant that in a good way. Then the countdown began. And it was like, bam, 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 you know? And then it started and
nothing.
No, and it started, and you know what? The machine, they showed the machine. They did this little thing, and it was very clean.
I admire them for going straight into. Actually, I don't know though, because they went straight into the pricing of it, and
they got all of that out of the way.
But
which I think they should have left till the end.
Yeah, that's the way that it works. The best.
They reversed the order so they could concentrate on the bigger things, and then they didn't even do that.
They told us nothing.
The online
packages. Details of what the sets are going to be like, hardly anything.
They didn't tell us none of that. And then
2 hours.
It was 1 hour.
I mean the 2 hours battery life at least.
No 2 to 6, and that's dependent. And the reason why they're saying it's dependent is because if you're playing, say, a Wii U game that they're going to port over, or say one of the old school NES or Super NES games, you're going to get that 6 hours. If you're playing not Skyward Sword, but if you're playing Breath of the Wild, which looks like it's heavily on the processors and stuff, then it's going to be pretty bad. But what you need to understand is they're not pitching this as a handheld.
Explain to me.
And so if it's not as a handheld, you can't complain about the 2 hour battery life or 2 to 6 hour, because it's actually a home console that you can take on the go. Where I think Nintendo went wrong is they should have said it's a handheld that you can plug into your TV. That would have been a good sell. That would have been a really good sell.
It's too big to try and promote it that way.
It is, but for the you can't have a Vita that look like that and run those level of games. You understand me? So there's a lot in there. So, okay, let's start off with the controllers.
Some of the Vita games look more impressive than what I was seeing for fucking.
No, it doesn't, and it's because it's on a smaller screen. It would have looked impressive, but no, it really isn't. Which is why the Vita's dead. But let's talk about, first of all,
dead because Sony's greedy.
The controller.
Charge too much. Yeah, too small, man. Apparently, though, when you add on the wrist straps,
it looks,
it bulks up the top of it,
which it does.
But still,
because without it, I just think,
yeah, it's too sharp for the edges to get to the top buttons.
If you look at when you put it onto the Switch docking pad thingy that everyone keeps dubbing like a sad dog's face. You got the analog stick here, and then you got an analog stick down there. Yeah. So therefore, if you take that one off, it's bang in the middle.
It's not even like how the
fuck. And so it's like, well,
how the fuck are you supposed to play Street Fighter?
You can see that. So my thumb won't be here; it will be here.
Yeah,
with the buttons there.
How
and then
you
that
supposed to play Street Fighter on that?
You're not.
How are you gonna do fucking Fireball for that team?
You're not. That's a given.
That's
but some idiot is going to make sure they can master that thing to the point where, but apparently the left Joy-Con is the most comfortable, and so you might have to buy yourself 2 left Joy-Cons.
It's just dumb
for multiplayer. I like the fact that you got one controller that you can split into 2 and play with people. That's nice, but they're tiny, and this leads me into the segue of then the pricing of
Japanese people, though. That's why
it really is.
And midgets.
This is what I said to people.
I said this is maybe
they
we're missing
went a very Japanese route this time with their system.
It's a pro midget console. For them, it's basically like a flat screen TV. It works. It works. That's what.
Maybe it's us of the West that's not getting it, but this is a very, 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 very Japanese thing, I have to say. And even when they held up the whole thing to like as a whole, it looked like freaking slightly smaller than the freaking palm of my hands. But the one thing I have faith in with Nintendo is their controllers are always comfortable, and they do really good controllers. Whether it's the GameCube, Super Nintendo, NES, they've never fucked up a controller
until now.
Shut up,
right? Completely.
But the proof will be in the pudding. And then the HD Rumble, which
that's interesting.
Apparently, it's meant to be the real deal.
I've heard a lot of reports saying that you can literally, with that thing
like
where
one
you're
or
holding
two,
a glass,
3 different things in there.
You can tell how many ice cubes are in there.
To try that.
How the hell? That is fascinating.
Apparently, that's the best feature that no one's talking about.
That must mean that there's multiple small little rumble packs inside that.
That's weird though.
It is.
Because on that 1-2 Switch, there's a game where you have to count how many marbles or something that's actually in the thing.
What?
Yeah. And you have to guess it and then say it.
Dude, we haven't even gotten
onto the games yet.
As to whether 1-2 Switch is even part of a bundle, which makes sense.
I wouldn't buy that, but you know what? Exactly. I'm not being funny, right?
It should be a bundled game.
Please excuse me, dear white people. White people do love a party game. Wow. They do love a party game.
Everyone does, right? It's the first thing you get.
Seriously, it's like they will fully be on it around Christmas. I can imagine cheesy Americans at Christmas and like, oh my god, we gotta play 1-2 Switch. Come on,
dude, you're kidding yourself if you don't think everyone did that shit when Wii first came out.
But hold on, the Wii, right? I wouldn't have called Wii Sports a party game.
People treated it that way.
That shit was like proper gaming, like the tennis. I played that for days and hours. The bowling, the golf, and then you're gonna give me 1-2 Switch. It's like WarioWare basically, without the freaking WarioWare branding, you know. But some of those demos I've seen actually look kind of interesting.
No, but it's
and the fact that you don't look at the screen. But yeah, back to the hardware.
The screen goes from 1080 when it's plugged in to 720 when it's.
But that's understandable. But apparently, it's meant to be a very beautiful screen.
I've heard that.
Apparently, the image and the colors are so vivid. But that's understandable because obviously, again, when you take it to portable mode, if I'm traveling to work, it only takes me 40 minutes to get to work. So I can bang that out, happy days, get to work, plug it in with the USB-C that's on every single mobile device and phone, blah-de-blah. And I can just charge and carry on playing if I wanted to. So I don't see that as a big deal.
I still don't even know if it's Gorilla Glass. Is it scratch? How scratch-proof is it?
Well, to be fair, it's not a phone. They're not
weight
gonna,
of
they,
it.
they're
Yeah,
not
but if
really
you're going
there
to carry it
get into
around...
that. They might get into that afterwards, but not in a presentation.
Yes, it should be standard.
No, this isn't a freaking Apple Samsung product. I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
If you're going to carry it to work, that thing's going to get... You don't want to pull out your bag and there's some shards of glass coming out. You want to know that it can take that.
Maybe it's OLED. If the colours are that vivid, it might be an OLED screen. But it's like, what is covering that screen? I don't know. But
don't know what the interface looks like.
No, that's another thing. Why did they keep that a secret?
That's what I'm saying. They don't know what they were doing.
But then the actual system itself, I am sorry, but hands down, the Switch is the most premium, the most slickest, the most loveliest. No, why are you laughing? The most loveliest gaming console since when they did the GameCube merge with the Panasonic system. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember that. That was cool.
Yeah. This is probably the best looking console I have seen in so long. No. And it can sit right by my TV. It could look like my Apple TV or something. Unlike this big bulky crap that I got here with the PlayStation 4 and my Xbox. They look like gaming machines.
No, it looks like a dock you throw together after watching an episode of Blue Peter that teaches you how to do it, but you don't measure it right so that it sticks out a bit because it doesn't properly fit.
I totally disagree.
It just doesn't.
I totally disagree. It's something that I think it blends with your living. It can blend with any entertainment system in a living room so easily. If you actually disagree with that, you're shocking. You're not a gamer because
in your hands.
No, I've seen the pictures. It's fine. I've seen the pictures, and apparently it feels nice and so forth. Yes, and so these are my pluses thus far. Now, let's move on to the games.
Let's run through the games now. Let's go from the top. So we spoke a little bit of the was it the two whatever the fuck
1-2 switch
snipper clips
that apparently, and that looks so stupid to me, but that's like the surprise sleeper hit that everyone's talking about. Apparently it's meant to be really fun and it's shocked
Nintendo though, isn't it?
So many people, but it's not Nintendo. But I mean, it's an indie.
Yeah, but for them to have it as a
but actual, I think, to be fair, that's something I would have seen Sony do. I mean, remember Tearaway? I would have thought Tearaway would have been more Nintendo.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, but I'm not going to play that, and I'm not going to get it. You know, but the thing is, people are actually talking about this.
But is it gonna sell? Like, as far as I can see,
apparently, if you actually play it, it's a system seller.
No,
that's what. Seriously, the guy from Go Nintendo was absolutely in fits saying this thing. Justine.
I know you
was another one.
I love this shit, but to say
no, I don't like that kind of game. Hold on. That's not what I said. I said apparently, if you play it, you will say it's a system seller. I'm not going to play it. I have no desire to play it. That's not my kind of game.
So, the mentally challenged and under 10s.
No, but if you look at the complexity of that game, you got two characters who are one shape, and then you have to come together and cooperate and cut each other up in order to make and fit a particular shape. That could get kind of deep, you know.
It could. It'd be one of those little things that you just kind of... It may work best in its mobile setting when you're walking in.
Remember the game that Capcom did for the Wii? Something in Wiki. It was the little boy and he had a monkey and it was all puzzles. I was playing it for so long and you had to be able to get this light to this light in order to release thing. I can't remember. I think it was Zack and Wiki. But that game, again, like the complexity, how complex it started becoming. It started off so simple. But it really made you think.
Is this a release date game?
I believe so.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see. It'll entertain the little kids for a while.
I believe so.
Until the grown-ups take over and get addicted to it. Splatoon 2, a game.
People love
I've been
Splatoon.
Fascinated by that. The fact that people love it.
Remember when they first showed Splatoon and everyone's like, huh?
Squid Kids.
Nintendo's
shooting at
take
each
on
other.
first-person shooters and shit like that.
And kidified it.
And yet,
It has this.
it shows you
fever.
their mastery. I played a demo on the Wii U.
Yeah, you got into that for me.
It took a while for me to even get onto it because it was like people were jamming that shit up when it was on the Wii U. And now they didn't even do a port. They giving you Splatoon 2. And the Japanese Nintendo event, funny enough, apparently there was really like 2-hour queues for that and Twilight. I keep saying Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Oh, we can't jump straight into that, man.
No. I'm just saying about the queues.
Okay.
About the queue.
Yeah. So,
Those two games.
despite logic, Splatoon is a massive game, so people are excited for this.
Yeah.
Positive feedback from the people that got to play it in Japan and the US. Well, obviously, there's Mario Kart Deluxe. Mario Kart 8, should I say, Deluxe. When is this dropping? Oh, Sive. Oh, you usually love you some Mario Kart. What's going on?
I love Mario Kart.
What's going on,
I love Mario Kart.
Breaking through here. This is like a psychiatric session.
This is part of my negatives on Nintendo.
Okay, give us it.
Mario Kart Deluxe is basically the Mario Kart that was on the Wii U with all the DLC and all the characters, and they're giving you the new characters, right?
They pulled a Sony.
I think they did more than pull a Sony. They just took the fucking outright piss. And I'll tell you why. So now you finally put battle mode. How the fuck did you not put battle mode in the first place? And so we went on about that. You've done it now. Thank you. Great. Cheers, Nintendo. And the battle mode looks great. Battle mode has new tracks. Okay. But you want to charge full price for a game that you've added a battle mode to.
What's that going to be? 40, 50 quid?
At the moment, the games online are showing up as £59. £59.
That is a rip-off, though.
Right?
For a recycled
And then
game.
I was like, wow. Okay, so let's say you have a Wii U. You played the fuck out of this game. You get the Switch. Your account ain't transferring straight over from your Nintendo network. You're going to have to set that all up again because they finally got rid of that stupid friend code. Fucking crap. And I'm going to touch on the online as well, but that's another thing. And then, you do this stupidness. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Cheap.
Which takes me back to the controller we were talking about earlier on. And if you go get the Pro controller, you're looking at £70. 70 fucking pound.
And what is it like?
£70, bruv.
Buy another load of the Joy-Cons. It's like, what, 80 quid or some shit?
Bruv.
Yeah.
Fuck the Joy-Con. I'm never going to buy another one of those. 70 fucking pounds. I'm choking out of just
They're
sheer
turning
anger.
into Sony. Just greed.
Dude.
Greed over every little peripheral. Right, no,
£70 though, bruv.
Cool.
Like,
Whiz through
not
this, man.
30, not 40. Let's say 50 at best. But you know what the fuck they're gonna blame it on?
Fuck that,
Brexit.
Fuck that.
Brexit.
It's expensive everywhere though.
No, Brexit.
Super
dude.
Bomberman.
Super Bomberman actually looks decent. But again,
Never been a
That's
Bomberman
not-
fan personally, but
yeah, and that's not a game I'll pay full whack for. That's a DLC type of game.
most of these are fucking DLC games for all
Do you know what I mean?
There's the
Like-
obvious ones. There's
Don't get me
NBA.
started because you're going to say the next one. No, NBA 2K is going
That's
to be on
obviously-
18s on point. I'm buying that.
And also the FIFA as well. That
I'm not
massive,
into FIFA, so I don't
Yeah,
care. But it's
but
massive.
it matters.
It matters.
It matters
It's
for the console.
It's a proper game.
for the European market especially. And surprisingly, quite a lot of Americans as well.
Are you going to go to Street Fighter next? Because I want to cuss.
Come
Cuss.
on.
Street Fighter Final Challenger, is it?
You know what? Let's go to a commercial break, cool down, and get our shit together. Be right back.
Will you be the one to witness the birth of the incredible Nintendo Entertainment System? The one to play with Rob, the extraordinary video robot, batteries not included. He helps you tackle even the toughest challenge. Will you be the first to raise the incredibly accurate Zapper and play games like Duck Hunt or action-packed Hogan's Alley and high-flying Kung Fu, each sold separately? Will you be the one to experience the Nintendo Entertainment System? Comes with Rob, Zapper, Control Deck, 2 controllers, Gyromite, and Duck Hunt.
future bring from Nintendo? More hits like Super Mario Brothers. Arcade hits like Kung Fu. Nintendo has the most video game hits. Hogan's Alley, Duck Hunt, and more like baseball and Excite Bike. And you can play them only on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with power.
We're back. What are we saying? We're talking about
Street Fighter.
Yeah, Ultra. Street Fighter 2 Ultra Final Challenger. But there's a ... at the end of that.
I don't give a flying fuck if there was another dot.
Did you watch the trailer though? The final seconds of that trailer.
No way.
There's another game in there. A first person 3D game.
You're saying at the end of Street Fighter.
Okay, this is the... Keep looking. You know, see that?
Oh shit!
Did you see that?
Yeah. I never saw that before.
Just to let you guys know, listening, we went back, looked at the Street Fighter Ultra Final Challenger.
I don't think anyone's actually noticed
commercial.
that.
Yeah, well, a few people have.
No, everyone, like all the pros that I watch on YouTube, right?
Didn't notice
all
it.
they've talking about is this stupid 2D Street Fighter, which I totally fucking agree. But hold on, what the fuck? Hold on.
Purists love that. Purists love.
Whoa! I just got excited. Man. I just got excited. Did you see that shit?
For you guys listening,
hold on.
What?
Did you see that?
You have to explain to the people what we just seen, man.
Hold on.
So, in the Street Fighter trailer, in the very last second, literally, it's a second long.
It's not even a second.
After we see the 2D classic Street Fighter, which isn't freaking, what are you saying, stupid 2D Street Fighter? Come on, it's classic.
I'm not paying £60 for a freaking game that came out in
maybe not £60,
92.
Yeah. But anyway, right at the very end, suddenly we get a glimpse of a first-person 3D Street Fighter game. We see Ryu doing a fireball against look like M. Bison.
Go back. No. Just frame by frame it. Oh my fucking days.
Yeah, it's a 3D game. It's a full-on game.
And it's a full-on game.
Yeah, so...
Never noticed that. Did you notice
different
that?
graphics, everything.
That? I didn't notice that.
So it may not be a throwaway thing after all.
Wow.
And it's completely stunned.
I actually am. I did not see that, but to be fair, I was up 4 a.m. and frustrated. Not sexually either.
What you should be a little cussed about is the Skyrim. Because it's an old ass game.
Skyrim.
Elder Scrolls 5
Skyrim, which I've never fucking played.
So maybe it's a good thing then it's on there. Because it gets new audience. It's a good game.
This is the thing. And there's this whole debate of, is it a PC port?
Yeah.
Or...
it's not a new game.
A PS3... Xbox 360 port, and it's like, why the fuck would you put a PS3 Xbox 360 when the Wii was more powerful than that shit? Right? No, it actually was.
He says this all the time.
It was actually halfway of that last generation and the current gen, which was the Wii U.
So insane.
This is actually more powerful than the Wii U. But my whole thing is, you know, and looking at the comparison pictures I've been looking at online, but we don't know if that was a Switch build or if where they took the stuff from. But
it's nowhere near going to be a PC version.
It's a very big game. I didn't realise how big the following was.
No,
but the thing is,
it's massive.
If you've already played this, see, this is what really pissed me off with EA. Not in this press conference, but that was shit. But EA in the past, or in this gen, was saying how they're not bringing their big games to Switch until they see the numbers, blah, blah, blah. Because they're not bringing Mass Effect Andromeda to the Switch. Because when they put it on the Wii U, it didn't sell. And my whole thing is this, you fucking pricks, right? If you put a game that everyone has played from like 5 years ago, and you package it all up and put it onto the Wii U, why would anyone buy it? Because everyone's already played it. 3 years later.
So I guess we're going to see with Skyrim how that translates, because there is still going to be people that haven't played it.
Yeah, Skyrim's slightly different, but don't take the piss out of my life and be like, oh, we're not putting this game on there because the last time we did that and we gave you a 3-year-old game, it didn't sell. You greedy...
Why is Skyrim different though?
Because Skyrim seems to have a different type of following than Mass Effect altogether. I mean, it's the whole
I don't know, man.
MMO thing, but
I think there's a different overlap, but I don't know, we'll see.
You'll see.
Has been Heroes. I didn't even see this one at the conference. What's this fuck?
A lot of 2D shit. Like, what got on my nerves with the Wii U towards the end, and I got rid of my Wii U, was all this stupid indie games that was on there. It was like, it just became a fucking expensive system for indie games.
Hates indie games, this one.
Oh.
Arms.
Do you know what? Again, people have actually said good things about ARMS.
This is true. I've heard some nice
you
things.
don't have to use the motion controller, but I'm curious about the motion controls because
exhausting.
it's meant to be really accurate. And unlike, remember Wii Boxing where it was like, you can't be doing that with this.
Yeah, I'm suspicious.
Like,
about
you have
that.
to be.
I'm suspicious. Like,
And for a man like me, you get me. Like,
I'm suspicious about that, bro. Because, like, one controller's got an AR camera in it, but the other one doesn't.
No, but it's a motion thing. It's not about the camera. It's more to do with your motion.
The accelerometer and all that. Oh,
no. And it's not even an accelerometer this time. They got that gyro thing, which is a lot more accurate. So, you know, I think this time the motion control thing, which I don't know why they put motion control in it. I just don't get it.
They want people to jump around and do stupid shit.
You know,
which is weird considering the average home size in Japan is fucking the wardrobe. How the fuck?
You know what's so funny though, right? If Nintendo do this right, they literally could have a system for everybody. But
which they won't.
They're not going to. I'm starting to realise this painful truth.
I think they've half-assed it for too long, too many years.
But to them, I don't think they realise they're half-assing.
Yeah, their mistake.
Because we're going to go into other things that's going to really piss me off.
But for the rest of the world, I think it's like, meh. They're not
give me the next game, man. Give me the next game.
Obviously, they're the game.
What's the game?
Obviously, you know, Just Dance 2017. Why the fuck?
Do you know what? I've actually played Just Dance, and I'll be honest with you. I've got it for my PS4. The reason being, I actually wanted to do it from a fitness level, and it was kind of nice. But after playing it for...
It will work on Xbox.
2, 3, 4 times, I stopped. But again, this is a party game that white America especially love.
Europe as well, kill it.
Yeah, of course. That and SingStar.
And Japan, don't forget, they started the fucking dance craze shit. They love that. They've got arcade games doing that shit.
That's why Just Dance seems to release on every freaking Nintendo system from day one.
It works better on things like Xbox though, that have got the camera that can sense all that movement and
I'm
depth and all of that.
That the system doesn't have something built in for that. I'm really surprised.
I don't know how it's
you know, but to be fair, Xbox Connect, obsolete. It's fucking shit. Move it along. That's not going to be on the Scorpio. You got the PlayStation camera. They haven't utilised that really well. They were like, we're going to release new software for it. In that space of 3 years, I think they released one piece of software. That was an update from the built-in shit that was on there. So really, are these cameras useful? No. Apart from to the NSA spying on you, fucking taking a wank or scratching your ass and shit like that.
Exactly. But how accurate can Just Dance be with just motion controllers?
But those motion controllers this time around seem like they are very accurate.
Yeah, but waving your head, the feet.
No, it's not going to catch that. It will catch your positioning. But yeah, I agree with you though. Just Dance works better with those particular things.
Yeah. Right. This one, which I know you're gonna love. This next one, I'm gonna put the unpopular opinion out there to the world, to your viewers and mine. Mario Odyssey looks fucking weird as fuck. Seeing him walk around in the real world.
The real world, that was
he's supposed to be from the real world, and he looks nothing like the people from the real world. That's what bugs me. That's what's annoying me about it.
Do you know what? At that point, you realise Mario is not from the real world.
He completely falls apart.
He's from a cartoon world that went into the Mushroom Kingdom.
Falls apart.
You know,
And
because,
missed the trick.
Mario is not from the real world.
He's like
And-
up to everybody's kneecaps.
Yeah, and he's looking around. But maybe it wasn't the real world because it's New Donk City. And so it could be some parallel universe.
They're cheap New York City shit.
No, it could be a parallel universe.
Or-
There's flying freaking machines, bruv. Come on now.
The Mushroom Kingdom is so engorged with radiation. He's been mutated over the years, and he's just tumors.
shit.
All the lumps, it's just tumors all over his face.
It's just all this odyssey. The
He's
odyssey.
fucked up. And that's what this game is. It's his attempt to find a cure for the cancer, which is killing him. Right, maybe not.
No.
But I'm sick. I'm sick of seeing fucking Princess Peach get killed. Some of this might have gotten lost, people. I don't know where the fuck we lost you. The laptop is just acting all fuckeries today, so we're gonna keep going with this.
Yeah, so Mario, I've never really been like, I'm gonna buy a system because of the Mario game.
Yeah. So, the main one. The one game that looks worth getting.
No, Mario did look worth getting. Let's not get that twisted. Oh yeah, that's what we were saying. Mario is ready.
Kidnap, rescue,
But
kidnap, rescue.
what Nintendo have basically done is spaced out. Every month you're going to get one of their major titles. E3. If they don't blow shit out of the water come E3, right? That system, unfortunately, is going the way of the Wii U.
That was the garbage thing about this presentation. They'd say, we've got this amazing game coming, let's hear what's the you go,
do you know what makes
tell
me
us
laugh?
about it. And then they said it, yeah, this game's coming, it's great, look forward to it, goodbye. And they didn't say shit.
No, they didn't. And what disappointed me the most is, do you know what? The Wii U wasn't a shit system. The Wii U had no support from third parties.
Because it was shit.
The Wii, third parties only supported it because they didn't realise it was going to be a runaway success. Then they just put a pile of shit on it. Right? But the Switch comes, you say you got all these third party people, where the fuck were they? Sega was there, didn't show anything. No problem. Then you had some Nazi from EA who looked like he was so pissed off to be there. And yes, EA, we can.
You cannot criticise him for sounding like a drone compared to everybody else on that show.
No, bruv, come on. Those Japs pulled it out of the bag. They were entertaining.
Only
but
Splatoon guy
if
was
they
entertaining.
actually did that at E3, they would have had so many hoops and wallers and claps, yeah, but they were dead where they were. And then you had this one white guy just standing there, pissed off, looking at these small people, like, why am I even talking about this shit for? Oh yeah, I'm being paid to do it. Anyway, let me just say my little 2-3 minute speech and fuck off. He looked like he couldn't be bothered. Like, and I felt that more insulting than them not even showing what FIFA looked like. Seriously. Whoever that guy is,
FIFA looks like. FIFA
whoever
like a
is-
wrestling game.
No, but
the same.
whoever that guy was, like, EA, do yourself a favour and do not send him out again.
Oh, is this the 7-foot guy?
The 7-foot
Look like
fucker.
a fucking giant.
Geiger. Freaking no.
Anyway, on to the main show. Until my fucking laptop dies again. Zelda. Oh, even I'm impressed by this. That trailer was beautiful.
Can I ask, right? Is it a Japanese thing or is it like a manga thing that they all cry like that? Like,
But it worked. It was dramatic. It was like, wow.
I've got to finish Arjun as well. But
Oh, season 2, I haven't.
yeah. But yeah, that Zelda. Oh my god, I'm not even a Zelda fan, people. I'm not a Zelda fan.
Me neither.
My first Zelda game, believe it or not, was Twilight Princess on the Wii. Remember?
Ah, yeah.
First time I played a Zelda game, first time I finished a Zelda game, I loved it. And then I wanted Skyward Sword, but I didn't get that because I think I got rid of my system. But I then got the Wii U, and then with the Wii U, anyway.
Dude, though, how good does
Zelda
this
Breath
shit
of the
look?
Wild.
Some people moaning about the animation style. I think it works.
No, it's fucking. Do you know what? Shit.
It works.
I remember the Wind Waker. And I
Yeah.
played the HD one on the Wii U. And when I was playing it, the way I appreciate that style, and it looked like a real Disney cartoon, like, and it was immense. But when it first came out, people were freaking cussing until they played it, then they loved it. Wind Waker, slightly cel-shaded looking thing. Haven't played it, but people liked it. And then Breath of the Wild just looks beyond epic. Forget even the style. It just looks epic. And the blades of grass and... Oh, dude. Like, damn me. It's like...
Apparently he talks in this one as well.
Yeah. If they don't... But they haven't actually shown him talking, funny enough. But they've shown Zelda talking.
Yeah.
And all the other people. But it'll be much better than hearing that... and reading. Freaking hell. Do you know what?
Yeah, they can't get over that shit no more, man.
Voice acting in a game like Zelda is a game changer for Nintendo.
But would it be better in English or Japanese?
I'm going to say English because even in anime, when you watch the Japanese over-exaggerate their voices. Just like with the crying
because
thing,
it's dramatic and it works.
Yeah, I know, but... What's exactly. And then in the English, you'd be like, how dare you?
Yeah, they don't want
I guess it kind of depends what's going on, but...
If they didn't have this, Nintendo would have been fucked.
Oh my god.
If they didn't have this for launch, they would have
But to be fair, if they didn't have this, I bet they would have had the Mario ready. And what would be a bigger seller, Mario or Zelda?
Well, if that was the case, then Mario would have been first then. They would have waited.
No, but then Zelda's already been in development for fucking how long, and you know what? They delayed it from coming out on the Wii last year.
It feels like again it should be released around the Christmas period anyway, so it would have been better.
You know, so yeah, that's the games. No, and then they did the Sizzle Rail. The Sizzle Rail, and you saw that Square Enix game. I can't remember what it's called, and it had like all these different gaming styles. Something Phantom Corner, something or rather.
Okay.
I don't know if you got it on there, but you need to check it out. You only saw a clip of it. It's so freaking badass. So badass. It was like 2D mixed with 3D with brilliant lighting and shadows, and so I was just like, wow. Wow. I gotta get the name of it. It's on the Sizzle Reel. Do check it out. Again, what's gonna happen when they say COD, Call of Duty, is a Battlefield? Are any of these going to be supported on the platform? It's about the third parties, Nintendo. Do you know what? If Nintendo made enough games per year, and they had their sports titles, their first-person shooters, their MMOs, RPGs,
big that company is, they should do.
If they bought other studios and increased their development, I wouldn't care if Nintendo had third parties, because you know what? I know when Nintendo does something, they're going to do it so well. You know, I remember that Nintendo seal of approval shit. And even though it doesn't say it, I know it's still there. They're the only company that seems to release games where they don't have to constantly patch it up.
That is true.
There's a reason for
that. They make
that.
Finished games.
Yeah. They're the only ones that don't take the piss with DLC as well. They don't give you freaking half a game.
Until now.
And then they go, here you go.
Until they started charging for their online.
No, the online thing is a given, because you know what? With the amount of servers that you need for people online nowadays, but the whole thing is this: is there anything compelling enough to make people pay for online? No, is the answer to that. Splatoon. So they're going to need games.
That's their online game, Splatoon.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. I mean, it's free till freaking October. And so, play it. Enjoy it. Till October.
Until October? I thought it was just like a month each.
No. Till
for each
autumn.
game.
No. Let's correct this month thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Basically, they're saying they will give you a NES or a SNES game for a month. Every month you will get access to a SNES or a NES game for a month. My whole thing is this: are you taking the piss? That's not compelling enough for me to say
that's a mobile game.
Here is £40 a year.
You can download that shit on your phone.
You can fucking go online and freaking get an emulator and download those ROMs. Like, it's ridiculous. And how many times are you going to charge me for an old game? Wow. Right? So not only are you taking the piss, so what am I actually paying for? The privilege of just playing online? You can fuck right off. You got no games I want to play online right now. Maybe when NBA drops, yes. Maybe if there's a Battlefield or Call of Duty that's actually decent, yes. Maybe if they drop something, yes. Splatoon, I have no desire. I don't care. Do you understand me? But Mario Kart, it's actually good. But then you go and gimp it further by saying voice chat. A simple thing like voice chat.
It's a phone app.
It's a phone app.
What the fuck?
Why do I want to kill my phone battery?
Taking the piss for when you could just phone people.
And then somebody was saying, yeah, but if you're on the go with it... But hold on, if I'm on the go with it, how the fuck am I playing online unless I'm tethering it from my fucking phone?
Which could be the
You
possibility.
idiot!
Which could be the possibility.
Come on!
Nintendo, what
Come
are you doing?
on! Like, yes, but if I'm underground, I can't play online. To be fair, when you think about the logic around it, it's not as bad, but it's just shocking.
Conception.
Because if I'm playing and I'm online... and I'm talking online via the system, if my phone rings, I need to pause and mute it.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do that on my phone.
Yeah.
If I'm out and about, I'm not online, so I don't need it.
Conceptually, though, they got it right. Conceptually, it's a good idea, but I don't know if the execution is all there.
If my battery's going to die, bruv. And what happens like when my missus rings or... It's
I don't know,
like,
it'll
come
probably
on.
be built in that it just freezes, it pauses everything.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
That was their parental control. It's actually pretty good, their parental control thing.
Yeah, I did. That was...
Yeah.
And they used a little Cooper and
that's cool.
Bowser. And that is awesome. And the fact it will turn the system off and stuff like that.
And save where you left it and everything.
Yeah, and you can see what your kids are doing. So they got that right. But no one's talking about that part. And so, yeah, for me...
So, hit and miss. For me, more miss than hit.
For me, at first, I thought it was a hit. More so than a miss. But the more I sit back and then the more I look at the prices... And then I'm like, do you know what? Do you know what? No, the system price is fair. I think it's actually fair
It could
because...
be like $350 for us or $400.
No, it's £280.
Really?
Yeah. The system price is actually fair for what you're getting. My whole thing is the accessories are taking a piss.
I want the peripheral joist cons.
I don't even want that. The Pro Controller, bruv. Everyone's raving about how comfortable this thing is and how great it is. And it's all built in with all the tech from the Joy-Con. It has the same thing. I don't know if it has the HD rumble. It's got a rumble, but is it the HD rumble?
Must be. Well...
Yeah, it has to be. It would have to be.
No, I want the peripheral Joy-Cons that are like fashion for each game.
Shit. Yeah.
I
See,
want that
remember when
shit.
someone sketched it out?
Yeah, like the fishing one. It's like a fishing rod. Yeah, I want all that shit. And it will come.
They might do it.
It will come.
Yeah, they might. I wouldn't surprise me. But
Even if it's just chunkier Joy-Cons.
I just think they
shit the bed.
They get it right. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. And even I, and I'm a Nintendo fan, but even I am suffering.
Worried.
Thinking.
That's worried.
But you know what? A lot of people keep talking about if it flops.
Here we go. Justification.
No. If it flops, good. And I said to my guys in the forum, I don't care if it flops. Nintendo should care if it flops. Mm-hmm. If it's got what I want, and it's compelling enough for me to buy it, and I get to play what I want, I'm happy. Right? When the Wii U was a flop, I was cool, because you know what? There was stuff that I wanted to play. I just got tired of then there being no games, apart from indie games.
That's
so I was
why
like, get
you
rid
should
of it.
care if it flops, though.
No.
You ain't gonna have games.
No. If it flops, then it serves them right. If it flops, maybe they'll start listening and they'll actually get shit right.
In my opinion, if it flops, they ain't making another fucking console after this.
No, they will.
They'll just make games for everyone else.
No, they won't. I think Nintendo would watch their empire burn down before they do that.
If this flops, that's 2 in a row.
That is
can't
2
afford
in a
to
row.
keep doing that shit, man.
Well, technically they can.
Nah, yeah.
Technically they can. They got shitloads of money.
That Pokemon Go money.
Bruv. And that was just Pokemon Go. Like, don't forget, these people are something like 60... I think when you convert the yens, it's like $60 billion.
A new console where they didn't even put a Pokemon game on it from get-go.
There is a
Slam dunk
Pokemon
again.
game coming, but
Yeah, should have been ready.
It should have been ready. What makes me laugh is, prior to when it was still the NX, it was like you're hearing about all these games that's in development, and it's going to have so many games at launch. It's going to have the best launch lineup, and then you're dropping me about 5 gems.
5 gems.
They're not even gems.
1 gem.
1 gem. and some pebbles.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like Nintendo, for me, I love them to bits. And the thing is, I'm glad they just didn't give us another PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, which is just about the power.
We were promised power,
right? The power thing is one thing, but my thing is, my Xbox hasn't been switched on for quite a while because there's nothing for me to play. I've done what I need to do, and this year they don't have nothing coming out I want to play.
You completely gives you.
I don't even want to play that. I've still like Gears is still sitting in there.
What's wrong with it? You were loving it.
I'm not compelled by these things anymore.
You just progress past it.
Then there's my PlayStation 4. I'm playing Titanfall still, and I'm like Titanfall 2, but.
Need the stories,
since coming back, and I've got Alien Isolation I need to finish. I got games on my PlayStation I need to finish, but I'm just don't.
I know what you need.
A Switch?
VR.
VR. No.
Yes. That's what you need, Dan.
No.
You need to enter the games. You're tired of sitting, watching, looking at the games.
You're a joker.
You want to be in them.
When you buy it for me for Christmas, actually it's my birthday soon, Ed.
I reckon that's what that Street Fighter thing is. VR, because apparently they got that shitty headset coming.
Yeah.
And it's POV Street Fighter, so I reckon that's what that's going to be.
Do you know what, Ed, man? You're a G, bruv. You touched on something there, you know. E3 is going to be interesting.
But that's going to be ridiculous. How are you going to fit that big-ass fucking tablet into a headset? It's going to be like a crash helmet.
It might work, you know. It's not that big. It's only 6 inches.
You know those things that like what welders wear that flips, the big.
The screen's only 6 inches. Like. So that's not that big. My phone
to stick on your face.
5.5
to stick on your face.
Yeah, I know. But listen, look. Where's my freaking phone?
Come on.
How? This is what 5.5.
I don't know. Come on.
And then you're gonna go
like
about
that.
here. You're going about here, right? That would work.
Then borders. That's
that would
still
work.
big.
Oh yeah, the borders stuff. Yeah. But it would work. It would work. I think it will work.
I don't know, man.
But will it be decent? I don't know.
What month is E3? How long we got to that?
E3 is June. Is it June, July? I think it's June. July? I can't remember.
I don't know, too. It's a little way away, but
it's not actually that long. This year's going to go by so quick.
It will be interesting.
I can feel it already. And I mean, Xbox is going to kill it with Scorpio.
Wedding plans and all that shit.
Nah, 2019.
Oh, he's pushed. Okay.
2019.
Using his head.
Yeah, I'm not rushing that, but yeah. They've got a load of weddings to go to. From her side, that like a couple of years ago, that was me. But anyway, digress. Point being, what is the point fucking being? The point being,
E3 is going to be interesting.
E3 is going to be interesting. 1 minute. Something's burning.
Food's burning. Dan's running out. Now, while he goes and puts out the fire in his kitchen, I need to point out the fact that my laptop keeps stopping. So I don't know what we missed in the middle. We're talking about Mario and our thoughts on that. So if we damn missed it, my quick recap is that I'm tired of the same old shit. I'm tired of Princess Peach being kidnapped. I'm tired of and the freaky fact that he doesn't look like he's part of any of the human race, that everyone's around him. Anyway, that's back. So yeah, E3 is going to be cool, man.
E3 is going to be interesting.
It's a full-on battle this year.
Yeah, because...
But what has everyone else got, though?
The funny thing is...
It's VR.
No, the VR thing's not happening. I'm going to tell you now, VR
needs to be affordable.
Is not going to happen the way people think. Number one, affordability. Mm-hmm. Number two, get rid of the wires. That's it.
Yeah.
Bar that,
it's being fucked up by the phone VR because that's just devaluing it.
Yeah,
it's like shitty 3D films.
It's so bad.
Yeah, it's like those shitty converted 3D films. It just ruined the whole genre that no one ever wants to fuck with it no more.
Yeah, and the thing is, but VR, don't get me wrong, VR is going to be big outside of gaming.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hospitals, medical, house tours, if you're selling a house or something like that, potential holidays. Yeah, VR is going to be so banging for those kind of experiences. However, for gaming, I think it's that holy grail that they thought they got, and no, just like back in the 90s when they first tried to do VR, it's just not happening.
Affordable. That's what
it's not happening. It's not happening. You're wowed by it at first, but how it's almost like 3D TV with the fucking glasses on. I don't want to freaking wear the glasses.
What I'm hearing though is that it's one of these things that people don't get. until they try it.
No, people. Do you know what?
Until
Gamers
they do it for real.
No, people. Do you know what?
Until
Gamers
they do it for real.
of now, which would have been from the generation we grew up, they know VR, and and you're gonna be wowed by the experience. But will you do that every day? And that shit is sitting on your freaking eyes,
dude. For me, what I want to use VR for, I don't even give a fuck about games. I want to have my own personal cinema.
I thought you was gonna say something.
Oh, you're going for the porn thing. That's obviously gonna be course.
Yeah.
But I want to have my own cinema. I want to be able to sit in my own cinema and watch any movie I want in IMAX.
Didn't sit at home.
No, because you can't replicate it any other way.
Why'd you want that on your eye like that?
You can't have that. You 2 seconds, you don't even think about that shit, man.
I can't do it.
You're gonna be left out in the cold, Dan.
I don't think I am.
Future's coming. You can resist all you want.
This is why I think the HoloLens is a freaking awesome idea.
When we're getting implants in our heads and we're plugging in, you're gonna be like, nope, no, don't do that.
Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Go rewind it. Rewind your memories. But yeah, no. Yeah. Anyway, but let me digress from that. Chop. Nintendo.
So out of 5, what'd you give it? The system and then the presentation.
Oh, the system itself, I will give it a 4 out of 5. The reason why I don't give it a 5 out of 5 is because the lack of power. But fair enough, the way it's being presented in terms of the portability, they're limited. Maybe Nintendo, I feel, should have been patient and waited for the Pascal to be ready.
Another year.
And then do it.
Presentation.
Presentation, I give that a 2.5.
Nah, that's fair.
2.5.
That's fair. I'll emulate that.
Yeah. It was cool, but it could have been better. I just feel like the lack of information, like
it's hard.
Nintendo, I feel like they've taken so many right steps. So many right steps up until that point.
That they're going around in circles.
You know, I love the Universal thing. I love the fact that they're now pushing their brand out there with people like McDonald's, and then they're going to talking about doing the movies and everything else with Sony. And I think Sony's bought the Pokemon. Is it they won the rights to Detective Pikachu, which is the first one.
Yeah.
But then you look at Mario's and what's coming, and I think if Pixar and Disney don't bag this shit, then they're stupid. Wreck-It Ralph. And Wreck-It Ralph 2 is going to feature a lot of Nintendo heavy characters. They've done it so well. So for me, Nintendo's making a lot of right moves. And the Switch, I see what they're trying to do, but again, their communication might fail.
We need to start communicating. That's the secret.
And so for me, it's kind of like shit. Sort it out.
I guess that's it then, guys. That's our thoughts.
That's the thoughts.
G-Check.
G-Checkers.
And BackSeatGamer.
I'm out. Tell me what you think.
That was fun. That was cool. That's little. We should do this more often. A little BackSeatGamer mini podcast.
Yeah, sure, bruv. You know, I'm always there.
Yeah, you was at the fucking gym.
No, I go to the gym at lunchtime now.